It's looking like Arsenal will need a favour, potentially, from Tottenham on the 14th of May. Joining us now for more on that possibility is top broadcaster, Arsenal fan, Piers Morgan. Morning, Piers.
Morning, Piers.
Good morning, chaps. Good morning.
I know you'll have enjoyed the result, Piers, and a lot of people will have said it was very nervy at the end. But I don't know, did you feel comfortable even at 3-2? Because the truth is, isn't it, that Tottenham didn't really create anything else.
Well, funny enough, I actually felt that Tottenham had by far the better first half, and yet we're 3-0 down. I thought we played better in the second half, and suddenly it all turned around again. So it was a bizarre game to watch. And honestly, the last 5 minutes, I don't know about you, Ray, but I was extremely nervous.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they were bombing us with crosses, and I just thought, and actually Raya was great in the last 15, 20 minutes. But I think it was a tense finish, but we were fantastic in the first half. And that is why when I came on last week and talked about this, I genuinely believe Arsenal are playing at a level right now where we're going to win all our remaining games. So the question then becomes, what happens with City? And you have hit the nail on the head, Jeff Stelling, because Tuesday, May the 14th, 8 p.m. at Tottenham Stadium, night game, incredible atmosphere, potentially the chance for Tottenham to still get one of those top four places. That is the night that Tottenham, to their utter horror, will help Arsenal win the league. And it couldn't be a sweeter scenario playing out.
Yeah, well, that could happen. Let's hope it does, Piers. But just looking at performance yesterday, as you rightly said, clinical. I mean, set plays have been brilliant this season. The way they've worked on it. Obviously, we had Henry Winter on earlier. They got a set-piece coach who know exactly what they're trying to achieve. The delivery is all very, very important as well, with Saka on the left and Declan Rice on the right-hand side. But for me, yesterday, they showed that bit of grit as well. I mean, when we was under the cosh, and Declan Rice, and I keep praising him. He played a little bit more, further forward yesterday because Partey was there, but he does such a great job defensively as well, where he just drops back into the back four when he has to and defends crosses. And we had a very similar player, Piers. I don't know, you remember. Gilberto Silva done very, very similar.
I was going to say Gilberto Silva.
For Arsenal, yeah.
Silva was one of the great unsung heroes, wasn't he, of that Arsenal team when we won all those trophies. And Rice does remind me of him. I also, I've floated this idea, I don't know what you think, Ray, but I actually think that in terms of signing a top player at the top of his game and then taking him to new heights and seeing the effect he's had on our team, I think Rice is the best signing for Arsenal since Dennis Bergkamp in the mid-90s. And people say, well, what about Henry and Vieira? Yeah, they were great signings, but we didn't sign them when they were at the top of their game and coveted by many teams. I just think Rice has come in and it's like he's been playing for us for 10 years.
Yeah.
And I think he's been fantastic. But I also have to give credit to Kai Havertz. I've been on talkSPORT Breakfast a few times in the first few months of Havertz coming over. And I was, like most Arsenal fans, like, what have we spent all this money on Kai Havertz for? And now we're seeing it. I mean, this guy's had, I think, 18 goals and assists this season, which is an incredible record for a bloke who barely could hit a barn door at Chelsea in those 3 years. And we've got the Havertz that was in Germany before he went to Chelsea, and they ruined him. And I think Havertz is a really, really important player. But the other player we haven't mentioned, Ray, is Thomas Partey, who I thought was fantastic yesterday. And I think suddenly we've got this midfield that Arteta has probably wanted all season, which is Odegaard, Rice and Partey. And I think it's fantastic. I also think it's significant to me that Jesus is not starting. I've been on about we need a world-class striker. I've got a feeling next season you might see a top striker coming in, and it won't be for Havertz. It'll be to be up with Havertz, and it'll be someone who's not Gabriel Jesus. And it's a tough call for Arteta, but I just think he's that ruthless. He'll do that. So look, I think we're in great shape. Arsenal are this year, 2024, absolutely on fire. You take out the Villa game, we have been unbeatable, and the only team that can stop us is City. And I do not believe they are going to win their 4 remaining games. I think Tottenham are going to do something at their ground which will ruin every Tottenham fan's life, but it's going to help us win the league.
So come on then, Piers, give us a rallying cry for Tottenham fans on the night.
Well, there was a moment yesterday, Jeff, and it would have been lost on most people, but they suddenly, when the Arsenal fans ran over, when the Arsenal players ran to the Arsenal fans to celebrate at the end of the game, someone at Tottenham decided to play Munich by the band editors, to try and drown out our celebrations. And this is just to show you how cack-handed Tottenham are generally as a club. The lead singer of editors is a guy called Tom Smith, who is a massive gooner. So even in the moment they thought they were ruining our moment, Tottenham managed to actually have a gooner bellowing out as our team celebrated.
Piers, don't insult them. You're going to rely on them.
Okay, let me try and get into my Tottenham mode. Look, here's what I would say to Tottenham fans. You're never going to win the league. You haven't won the league in my lifetime. It's never going to happen. I said this to my dad last night. He's a massive Tottenham fan. He went into a huge slump at 3-0 down. I said, look, Dad, your expectation levels are lower. You're a Tottenham fan. You're never, ever going to win the Premier League. However, top four's great for you guys. Coming fourth, it's like winning a trophy for Tottenham. So my message to all Tottenham fans and the players is, come on, guys, put aside the rivalry and you can come fourth. And that is going to be the greatest moment in the history of Tottenham Hotspur. Coming fourth is a brilliant trophy for you guys. So put aside the North London rivalry, get out there on May the 14th, dismantle Manchester City, have your moment in the sun, and go and have an open bus top parade. I'll even pay for it. I will pay for several buses to walk, to drive up and down Tottenham, right, celebrating coming fourth, and we'll all be out there. I'll even wear a Tottenham shirt and join in the bus top parade. Right, so this is the moment, Tottenham. Come forth, win the nearest thing to a trophy, a real trophy you're ever going to win, and help Arsenal win the Premier League.
And you will see Piers Morgan in a Tottenham shirt. You heard it here. And we will definitely hold you to that. By the way, Piers, your dad must absolutely love you.
Do you know what? My dad yesterday, he sat down. He was very confident. We lit a fire down in our Sussex place and lit a fire. It was roaring away. He insisted on only drinking white wine for Tottenham. I was having a nice bottle of red. And then right at the end, when he lost, he just grabbed the big bottle of red and he went, "Oh, just give me the Chateau Bataille. Let me try and get through this." No, look, my dad went bald in his 20s, and there's a reason. He's a Tottenham fan. And the advantage is he doesn't look a day older now than he did in his 20s. But this is what happens. If you're a Tottenham fan, as every Tottenham fan knows, it's a lifetime of untold misery. And yesterday was almost the perfect game, wasn't it, Ray? Where at one stage, Tottenham had scored twice, but were actually losing. so I think that, look, I had a choice when I was 5 or 6. It was go the route of my dad, or it was go the route of my heart. Charlie George scored the winner in 1971 at Wembley, sank to his knees, and that was it. I was an Arsenal fan. I've had untold joy. My dad's had untold misery, and that's the way football goes. But this is their moment. This is Tottenham's moment to shine. Come on, Tottenham. We're all Tottenham fans on May the 14th. Come on, you Spurs.
Piers, enjoy May the 14th. Enjoy the running as well.
We're going to win it, Ray. Yeah, we're going to win it.
By the way, I should say that Jed, the Spurs fan in Mid-Wales, says here, Jeff and Ray, Michael Oliver's Arsenal 12th man. Never seen such poor officiating. Blatant penalty on Kulusevski. And how can Van de Ven be offside when it hits 2 Arsenal players first? Lucky Arsenal. Again, not my views. They're the views of Jed, the Spurs fan in Mid-Wales. Arsenal's next test, and it is a test, by the way, as well, at home to Bournemouth next Saturday lunchtime, is live and exclusive on talkSPORT, and Donny Iraola's done a fabulous job down there. There'll be no pushovers. 03717 223344 is the number to call. Now, if you want to chat about the title race, is there a danger that Spurs will lie down on the 14th of May and Arsenal will definitely win their last 3, or will Arsenal definitely win their last 3?
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.